Hey everybody, how are we today? Woo! Hey Link's Pokemon, hey Void Shadow, hey Gamu, hey Andrew, hey Riolani. Whew, okay. I was having some slight issues there with the stream not wanting to load. I don't know what the deal was. But it worked, it's all good now. So how have you all been today? You're not feeling frisky, I see. Only if yes is only winning by a handful of votes. That's kind of sad. Why are we not all feeling frisky? I know school's probably like wearing on most of you all. Which is understandable, school sucks. Sucks horse dick. But sadly, y'all gotta go to school. Oh well, what can you do? I mean, you know. Hey MH, how are you? Your computer's better than mine. Really? Well, I mean, you did get it before I did, or after I did. So, I mean, it's only natural that it would, at some way, you know, outpace mine. Oh, let me turn on that. Alright, it's time for a good cactus farm. For a change, I've needed this for a while. Just been too lazy to do it, but yeah, I'm doing great. Okay, well, I'm glad someone is. You're just about the only one, MH. Which is such a sad situation. Most people are like, your computer's garbage, Johnny. Well, that's okay. You can get a better one someday, I'm sure. But yeah, it's just sad to see that not everybody's, you know, doing amazing. But hey, like, that's life, you know? Could be worse. Could be worse. You could be, you know, unemployed or out of a job or have a crisis of identity, something like that. Any number of unfortunate things. Yeah, y'all can do it. There's no reason to feel down, guys. Your CPU will be better than Phil's. Wow. I'll admit, I'm not one for, like, computer specs. So a lot of that shit kind of flies over my head. But if you enjoy it and it's a good machine and it works for you, Andrew, go right ahead. Shit. I'm just happy that I have a good computer, even though I've had this one for about a year and a half, or maybe a little over a year and a half, somewhere in there. So I mean, at the very least, I've got, you know, a reliable PC. I've had relatively few problems with it. I can't tell you how many years I went with a low bar, shit tier PC for years and years and years. Like, it was just one of those very unfortunate, yet unavoidable things. Because, you know, you can't always afford the best. Sometimes you gotta learn to make do. Okay, so I also want to put Cactus here. And I will have Cactus as my thing. And it doesn't need to be a very large farm. Just a little something something. 64, that'll do. Yeah. The rest of this I can divvy up into, like, dye or something. I'll put that in there to cook. So that's what, 60 items, 5 blaze rods. I forgot you could use blaze rods as fuel. I'm gonna need... Where? Oh, I can use bamboo. Oh yeah, bamboo. That's another thing I wanted to set up. Although I'll probably use grass for that, as that can be bone mealed on demand. Okay, this will be for the cactus farm. This will be for that, and then I want to feed that into the system. Oh wait, I've got stuff in my redstone. Yeah, I'll use this. Why not? 2 repeaters. I need a dropper. Yeah, I guess a dropper would do. That ain't it. Amethyst. I don't think amethyst would look very good on this, in this tower. Here's the sticks. Didn't I have regular stone as well? Still learning where I put all my stuff, because good God, did I have a lot. Yours right now is 8 years old, 3080s over 5,000 times faster. God. That's unreal, isn't it? It's just unreal. You start out with a garbage tier system of some kind, and then you inevitably graduate to something better when you can afford it. So let's use deep slate, cobble for the outline. Shit. What to make this out of? I think regular deep slate, but like angled would be an excellent way. And then I want to put this farm somewhere where it like can feed into the central hub. Let's see. Where I don't want to go too far down. So let's go maybe out this way. Yeah, right here will do. And then I'll make a little pathway to it later. Okay, and then I guess starting right here. Oh, that's right, it's all directional. So like right here will be good. I'll have to make the little thing later. After a day making your way out of spawn, you found a small base 50k out that had stack ablaze and took them because you figured it would take you a month to grind that many. I don't think so. I think you could find blaze rods pretty easily. A looting sword would get you pretty much everything you'd ever need, wouldn't it? Okay, this has to be a big area. Oh, hey, Poncho Hamster. Thank you so much for the donation, man. Oh, man, this isn't like quartz where I don't know the direction. But thank you, Poncho Hamster. Fit did something strange. He made a video on a weekday. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't watch the video itself because it's about bats, which is just baffling. Like, A, who cares? And B, I mean, bats are not special, you know. Like, players are killing 2B2T's bat population. Like, yeah, and who cares? They respawn, right? They do not die and stay dead. I'm not like high, right? That is indeed how bats work. They're a passive mob that spawns and despawns. Oh, thank you again, Poncho Hamster. What on earth are you sending me? What is it with you and these emoji sticker things? Fit is indeed running out of ideas. I think we can all agree on that one. You were not wrong, Chunky Chad. It's one of those subjects that when you see it, it's a head scratcher, you know? It's a head scratcher that anyone would do this. It's a head scratcher that anyone would care. And it's a head scratcher that anyone even bothered to notice in the first place. It's just all around like, you know, it's the monkey, you scratch my back, I scratch your back scenario, except instead of backs, it's heads. You scratch my head mystery, I'll scratch your head mystery. Like, I don't fucking know. Chibi bats are not respawning. Oh, okay. So it must be to limit how many spawn overall or some shit. I mean, there are probably thousands of bats in unloaded chunks then, if we're going by that metric, right? Oh, also the shaders do not show the dimensional door wispy warp thingy. But anyway. So, I mean, maybe they're just like I don't know. Maybe they're a. Oh, but sorry, yeah. I'm getting distracted mentally. The bat. There have to be plenty of bats in unloaded chunks that have never been like touched. There have to be, right? There's no way that all the bats on 2B2T are just gonna die out. Open F3. You happy now, Andrew? Anyway, only one bat alive in the 100k spawn radius. Yeah, but that's only 100k out from spawn. That ain't nothing. What is the most humiliating defeat I've witnessed on 2B2T? Well, I challenged Pop Bob and he killed me. This was during the 2013 minecart rail dupe. I challenged him and just kept fighting him over and over and over, and eventually he smashed me to pieces. I think what happened was I ended up inadvertently going into free cam without realizing. And I had no idea why I wasn't able to suddenly do damage to Pop Bob, and I was like, what the hell happened? And I couldn't figure it out until he had killed me, that I had gone into spectator mode. Or not spectator, but free cam. And I was like, well shit, no wonder. And then from there, I just kind of like took a break from trying to kill Pop Bob. And then the minecart dupe was patched, and I was like, well, now I definitely can't do it because I can't replace the armor I lose. Because as I ranted the other day, armor is what would determine who would win. So the person who brought the most armor to the fight was going to win, hands down. And so, yeah, I was just kind of like at a loss because I was like, now I can't hope to catch up to him because I simply do not have the armor anymore. Okay, so I'm going to outline the area that I want to have water in, and then I'm going to have, I guess, stairs around the sides. I think that'll do, yeah. Oh, and then I need the fences. I think I have a bunch of fences left over. I think. Could be wrong. Maybe I've got that in my wood chest. Ah, here we go, nether brick fence. Got plenty of nether brick fence. I think. Or not. I don't remember anymore. Oh man, the days when you could turn raw nether bricks into fencing. Ah, never mind, we've got deep slate tile walls. I'll take those. Deep slate tile wall is where it's at. I'll put that in there. Now I need a dropper. I think I've only got droppers in my ender chest. Yeah, in the redstone box. Just Pop Bob in general? Not really. I remember Pop Bob teamed up with Talo at one point. Oh, shit. And that was basically how that fight went. It was very one-sided. Very sad, too, but oh well. We did ultimately get revenge on Pop Bob, if you are a true 2B2T historian. You'll know about when we made him butt mad that one time that he had stacked armor. So it's not like Pop Bob got away with it. He was just very powerful at that time. Okay. So every other block has to be... Oh, that's not hardly enough at all. He smashed me? Well, he killed me, is what that means. I challenged him. I knew the fight would be determined by who had the most armor. I don't think he had stacked armor on during the minecart dupe of May 2013. But he did have an Inf Ender Pearl, and during one of my fights with him, I hit him just barely enough times to make him, like, back off. And Pop Bob was like, oh man, I'm out of here. And so he used his infinite Ender Pearl to, well, to pearl away. And unfortunately, he got away from me, so that fight did about as well as you'd expect. Oh, that's right, I've got to tier this. Because the water can only flow so far. Okay, so there's the dispenser for putting in stuff over there. I think that's everything on that front. Yeah, that'll work. That's right, it's gotta be, what you call it, like a bowl shape. Okay, now I need a block cutter. And also I need that. Where the hell is a block cutter when I need one? There's one. Alright, that'll do. Okay, I need to build the outside edge. Let's make it out of tile. I think that'll work. Might need a lot. I like the look of tile. The deep slate tile. And I want to mimic this on both sides. Okay. So already off the bat, water is kind of a problem. Oh, it didn't spread out because it could encroach elsewhere. I see now. I see what I did wrong. Let me try that again. Okay. Shaders have to go off because I cannot see the water. There we go. It's much better. Okay, so it can't spread this way. Make the water level be below. Yeah, I actually probably should do that, now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, whatever. But I've still got to, like, get the water focused into one area. That's a good point, Shen. Thank you. Talo is not a sociopath. This is fake news. He was a man of high moral character. Okay. Who is this? Jared 2013. Oh my god. Is that the actual Jared 2013? If so, that's hilarious. Okay, how to best suspend? I guess what, slabs? Welcome, Jared. How you been? Taylor was not a sociopath. Oh man, that cracks me up. He was a bit sus. I'm not gonna lie. Taylor was a very questionable person. Either that or he showed that side of himself on purpose. I don't know which. Wiki says they were friends. Yeah, they were friends. Okay, let's get that many slabs. But I don't know. I'm not going to pretend I knew everything about Taylor. All I know is what he showed me, what he did. Like, he plotted to destroy the lands, he plotted to destroy Space Valk. Like, he took glee in doing all those things, and Pyro and Tristan both warned me about him being in the group. Because I was going to invite him. That was the worst part. I was actually going to invite him. And then they said, no, Taylor's sus, don't do that. I mean, they didn't say sus, but they did say he was questionable. And so I was like, oh, yikes. Well, if he's a questionable individual, I shouldn't invite him. Because, like, we based together in, You're Good How You Die. Taylor was bipolar. Ah, that explains it. That does actually explain a lot of his actions. But no, it was just the fact that, like, I couldn't really trust him. But in the 2014 temp map, we based together just fine. So I don't know. Maybe Space Valk 1 could have lasted longer had I actually invited him. I'd fucking find out. All I know is things went the way they did. And it just is what it is. Not much that can be done about it, really. Okay. That works quite well. But hey, it all was it was a fun ride, if nothing else. Also, damn it, why does it keep fucking raining? Okay, I'm gonna need a middle block to maintain the pattern. So everyone would have been griefed at the same time. The coordinates were obtained via tel. Yeah, though that may be the case, I don't know, Taylor got there because of tel. But I mean, if he'd already known, he wouldn't have had an incentive to grief it. So, like, maybe it could have lasted a tiny bit longer. Taylor Axo sent you the cords. Ah. Yeah, Pop went there to fight Bran, I believe. Because he went there to fuck with Bran for whatever reason. And after that, I think that was the end of it. Okay, so Exo found it via Tel at A. So yeah, if Exo knew, that was the end of it. So was it Pyro AFKing and greeting people? Was that how you guys did it? Because he did that at Space Valk 1 for some reason. Do those Tel at A things still exist? No, they have not existed for years. That exploit is long gone, Ani. That has not been an exploit since 2015. I believe it was a Bucket, or no, Spigot patched it, or something like that. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, so it does have a middle. Okay, so... Oh, I got this upside down, no wonder. Navigating this is going to be annoying. I thought it was weird it wasn't adding up. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so that's the middle. Anyway, maybe in vanilla, doubt it because commands work differently. No, in vanilla that would not work. I'm pretty sure Mojang themselves patched it at some point as well. At least I think. It's been so long since Tell Ad A was a thing. I literally don't remember. Wait, that's 1, 2, 3. I need a 4th. But it could be worse. Could be way worse. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So right there. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't have this other side over here expanded downward enough. At least I don't think. 2, 3, 4 here. 1, 2, 3. Ah, that explains it. I thought something was odd. Now then, what am I building? A cactus farm. Can't you read? Read, Lynx, read! I need this farm to be the most cactusy farm I've ever made. So right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is down. Yeah, it's down. Okay. That works. Okay, good. But yeah, not the exploit, but the actual tag. Yeah, it would work if you have like the proper permissions and stuff. I don't see why it wouldn't. So theoretically, it should. Actually, well, no, I don't have op on this single-player world, so I can't like demonstrate it that easily. But on the Space Falcon world, I could. So that's a pretty self-explanatory type thing. Okay. Let's make sure this flows toward the dead center. I don't have a water source up here, do I? Oh, fuck it, I'll just take this. Have I stayed in contact with Snacky? I talked to him like once in the last year. I still have him on Steam. Haven't in a while, though. Talked with him just to, shoot the shit, see how things were going. He seems okay, as far as I can tell. Sing Baka Mitai. Nah, I don't know how that song goes, I'm sorry. I'm more of a hard rock, classic rock kind of person. I don't really care to sing whatever trendy shit. Although I guess Baka Mitai is not really trending anymore. I would rather sing Journey or Boston or Def Leppard or something like that. There we go. Just need one more. Now let's make sure this goes to the center. Perfect. Oh fuck, that's creating dead spots. Well, I guess that's not the worst thing in the world because I can have a minecart go around under it. Like just under this, and then have that offload onto here. I think that'll work. Yeah, it's still going basically into the center. I could actually just say fuck it and have a hopper. Oh wait, I need a there we go. Have I gotten in touch with Crowbar? No, not yet. Mostly just because I've been busy. I intended to. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Damn it, game, stop. There we go. Oh, by the way, Jared, if you're still here, I had my 100th episode of Hardcore last week. Last Thursday, actually. And I interviewed XCC2, funny enough. So I got to actually, like, hear him on stream, and, like, we all got to ask him questions, and we got to reminisce about the olden days. Fun stuff like that. So if you want to, you know, check that out, you can. Okay, so it needs to be there. Oh, there are dead spots all over. Okay, I'm definitely going to need the, definitely going to need that, minecart running around under there to pick everything up. Also, I'm going to need a lot more fencing than I thought. Well, it's not that I interview people. It was just a fun thing to do for my 100th episode, and people have been asking about XCC2 for a long time, and so I was just like, yeah, that's probably a wise idea to just have him on, and we could shoot the shit, basically. And it was really cool. I got to know more about just general stuff. Like, for example, XCC2 and Passy, they don't know each other IRL, but, like, they're very good friends. Stuff like that. Like, I had no clue that Passy and XCC2 ever talked to one another. Just stuff like that. Really interesting sort of personable type stuff. And then people have been wanting me to talk to Crowbar. And I thought, why not? I guess that's a fun idea. I don't know Crowbar as well as I do XCC2. I've known XCC2 for, oh god, almost 10 years now. But Crowbar, on the other hand, will be a different sort of experience. Should be interesting, if nothing else. Oh, that's where those went. More than 10 years, yeah. Your 10-year-old playing anniversary is coming up in a few months. Good God, dude. Where is the time gone? What? Oh, fuck. Like, I'm still in awe that I joined 10 years ago back in February. Like, it just... I didn't even do anything special for my 10 year. I was just like... I don't know. I just didn't... I didn't know what to think, you know? I'm in a completely different space in, like, it's just weird. It's just weird. Time flowing is just strange, you know? But hey, what can you do? I mean, that's life. Life is fast-paced and crazy in ways we don't anticipate. But I can't say I regret it or anything. I'm quite happy I've had the time and chances that I have. Okay, so I need what, 16? Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, it's got to be there because of the cactus has to grow. Oh man, that was close. Cactus are weird, man. At least in Minecraft they are. Anyway, put water on the opposing side and you only need one line of cactus in the middle. Let me see. Before I do that. Oh, hate it when they fly off like that. Now then. Let's see here. At least cactus farms have remained the same for roughly 10 years. God, have they ever. It's so weird. The more things change, the more some things stay the same. I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Fuck. Can I get up here? Can I get up here? Let me up. I don't want to have to waste a rocket. Did you know that you can chain your momentum with an Elytra if you've got jump boost too? I think that's a more recent thing. I've not tried it on single player 1.12, but it could work. Anyway, thoughts on Hard Hat? His pyramid was really cool, but I never got to know Hard Hat, so I can't say anything really. Hope wherever he is or whatever he's doing, he's having fun. Okay, so I can put more up there. Let me table that for just a moment. There it is. Get some diorite slabbing going. Need to do work? Okay. Thanks for coming out, Andrew, and thank you for your hard work. Why time is very slow when you're thinking about it, but it moves very fast when you're ignoring it. All I can say is it must have something to do with your ability to perceive it. Time is excruciating when you're paying attention because you're noticing every second. Whereas if you're not noticing every second, you're not actively remembering what's going on. You know, it's a raw experience, a moment, as opposed to, I don't know, letting things wash over you is different. Oh shit, where did my... There they are. It's just a quirk of human nature. I can't really give you a good in-depth explanation as much as I wish I could. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should put another one. But I do know this. I'm happy that time passes faster than I would be happy if it passed slow. If time passed slow and we knew it, and it was always slow, I think we wouldn't like it as much. I think we would like it better to be as quick as it is. At least that's my guess. If time passed universally slow, and like it was impossible to ignore how slow time passed, I think people would be on average more miserable, because the ability to forget your time, your life for however long, and then you get back into something and realize that time is going faster or slower than you expected. I don't know. Cold Wave, is that a band? No. Cold Wave is the name of a person. However, it's funny that you say banned, because the card Cold Wave is banned in Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is just a weird sort of minor irony. Anyway. Should be putting slabs on top. Anyway, I should be putting slabs on the top half. It's a minor thing, but the bottom ones tend to get destroyed more if you have them on the bottom half. Oh, because cacti can land here? Yeah, I see what you mean now. Let's see if any have grown. Nothing yet. Yeah, that's going to be tough to correct. But I think, yeah, you're right. That does require correction, if nothing else. Simply because it's going to be a lot of loss that adds up. Thank you for pointing that out, Rivershin. I didn't realize this tiny gap would be a problem. Okay. Well, actually, like this. Everything still pretty well flows downward. Ah, fuck it. I'm just going to put it back to where it was. It's fine. So, Who-Hole has been keeping up with Overlord. It's getting really, really intense now, isn't it? I'm looking forward to them decimating that entire kingdom. Because, like, holy shit, nobody in Overlord is any, like, good. But, like, everybody is varying degrees of evil. And it's so, like, damn, I didn't know I enjoyed seeing the bad guys be bad. And the good guys who are, like, genuinely good, while some of them are a little morally questionable, are actually, like, shockingly impotent at being the good guys. Really a shame, too, because you would think, you know, the good guys would have at least some chance or some hope, but Overlord is just not written that way at all. It's all very bleak in how it's presented. Also, I just suddenly realized I didn't correct the top half. My bad. I gotta beat these off. Lol, sexually innuendo. I just love when Jack's talking about 9/11 out of the blue in his live stream. I wasn't talking about 9/11. I was talking about a complete and total massacre of this fictional kingdom in this one anime that everybody is watching, and it's actually really good, so it's expected. Feel bad for the commoners of that kingdom. They're fucked. Jack, were you on 9/11? What? You mean, where was I on 9/11? Is that what you meant to ask? I was in school. I wish I'd been literally anywhere else. I don't know why people are asking this. I've told this story before, actually. Though I guess it's been long enough and enough new people have shown up, they may not know. I was in middle school when 9/11 happened. I had just gotten in middle. So I was, what, like 12? Oh shit, I'm missing a slab. Must have fallen down over the edge. Ah, I'm falling. Yeah, so I was in middle school. I guess I'll tell it again. The story kind of pisses me off a little, so just beware. What is Overlord? Yes, it's an anime. Anyway, it was really unfortunate how everything went down that day. So as you know, in America, 9/11/2001 was a big, national travesty. And a lot of people can remember where they were because it was so much of a travesty that it was something people talked about. Fair enough. But the annoying part was for me that they didn't, the people in charge of the school, because of course I was in school at that time. I was, it was 9 something in the morning, I think is when it went down, or it was 8 something in the morning, something like that. I was obviously already at school. And not a fucking word was said. They didn't make an announcement. They didn't say, let's have a moment of silence for those who were lost in this tragedy. Nothing. They said absolutely nothing. The people in charge of the school where I was were so cowardly and spineless, they didn't dare say anything. And no one said anything. Not a single member of faculty, and they had to have known. I don't remember any of them changing demeanor or crying or being under any duress. Maybe nobody at the school knew except for a handful of people who kept it hush-hush. I couldn't say. It's been so long, I don't remember exactly what everybody's body language was. Just that it was weird. It was very weird. Oh, whoops, I'm making the same mistake again. And it was just strange, Oh, whoops, I don't need these here. What am I doing? And so there was nothing. No announcements, no word, nothing. Nobody said anything. It was all quiet. It was a surprisingly normal day. If 9/11 hadn't happened, I would have just had an ordinary day at school. As weird as that may sound, it was just otherwise an ordinary day. Oh wait, shit, these need to be here. And the odd part came at the end of the day. Now, at the end of the day, I had gotten in the habit of doing my homework because I didn't want to take it home. I wanted to do it, get it over with. Homework and stuff, worksheets, things like that. Those were given out for grades. So, they expected you to finish them and all that. And that's what I would do. I would do it during our homeroom period, which is at the end of the day. And I just sat there. The homeroom concluded. We got out at 2:30-ish, I think. Something like that. 2:30, 3 o'clock. Which was normal. And we got out. And the only weird thing that stuck out to me as strange was that, and my homeroom teacher never said this before. She never said it since, and she only said it this one time. Go home and be with your families. And I was like, huh? That's the sort of thing I would hear maybe on the first day of school. Maybe. Although she obviously didn't say it even then. And I was just like, huh. That's a little weird. That's strange. Oh well, whatever. And I stayed another 30 minutes to finish my homework. Finished all that up. And then I just packed up and went home. Everything was fine. There's no problem. Nobody said go home. I was not explicitly made to go home, just that the option was now on the table. But, I was going to have to do my homework one way or another, so that's what I did. And because I was so behind where, normally other kids would have long since gone home, nobody showed any sign of distress. There was nothing. No anything. Nobody was crying. Nobody was upset. None of the kids, as far as I could tell, knew what had happened either. And so when I didn't show up as soon as school let out, my mother, of course, got very worried, and she hurried and got herself in the family car and ran off, drove off to find me. Where the hell was I? And of course, I rode my bike to and from school during those days. You could do that. School was very close to my house. I was able to do that, no problem. It was fun. Didn't think a thing of it. And my mother comes hurrying down the road in our car, and I'm like, what on earth is she doing? What's going on? I don't understand. And she pulls over on the side of the road after passing me by, and gets out and says, and demands that I put my bike in her car. And I'm like, why? I'm just riding home. What's the deal? I don't get it. And then she informs me on the ride home of the travesty that had just unfolded about 12, probably like 18 hours earlier, something like that. And I was shocked. Like, I couldn't believe that this travesty had happened. And I was like, what? There's no way that happened. No. And little did I know that was the end of an era. America pre 9/11 and America post 9/11 would be totally different countries. Not all at once, it would gradually become that way, but that was the basic idea. Post 9/11 America would be a different place to live in versus pre 9/11 America. And I was too young to fully get what we were losing. But yeah, we were losing it. It was unavoidable. The wheels had been set in motion by that point. And that was basically my 9/11 experience. It was very strange, very unnatural, very offbeat. Nobody else, to my knowledge, has had that kind of an experience with 9/11. A lot of people were in class. A lot of people had that moment of silence I talked about. A lot of people were able to collectively grieve or come to terms with or something. And I just never had that. And it was so strange, and I was so mad. For a good 5 or 10 years later, I was so mad that the teachers never did anything. They never reported on it. They never did anything. They never said anything. It was all almost smoke and mirrors, kind of. And yeah, I did eventually come to terms with it, and it still kind of made me mad. But I have kind of gotten over it a lot, just because it's 21 years. Excuse me, 21 years later. Like, at this point, I can't really be bothered to care anymore, because life has gone on. More terrible things than 9/11 have happened. Not on a national scale, mind you. But, like, I've lost plenty of things. Life has moved on. We've all moved on. That's inevitable. That's life. You don't stay in the same mindset forever. You can't. You know? I've lost all but one of my grandparents now. And, that's just kind of how it goes. You learn to deal. And yeah, I've learned to deal with it. I mean, it could be a whole lot worse, too. America doesn't seem to be doing too great, but it could be doing a lot worse. And I'm happy that it isn't at least a massive slide into degradation. We've had the chance to kind of, I don't know, come to terms with things, with life. That's a lot better than it wildly snapping into, like, anarchy or something. Or some sort of big revolution happening, or whatever crazies wet dreams happen to be. Oh, hey, Strongfire, how are you? I'm just happy we all can have some nice things, if nothing else. I got you guys. I have the chance to experience and share my experiences with everybody. It's not too bad, honestly. It really isn't. It could be so much worse. So I'm quite alright for now. I would like things to get better, obviously, but so would a lot of people. I don't know. I don't think better is necessarily where things are going to go. But who knows? Okay, so I need 32. Two more slabs. So yeah, that's my 9/11 experience. Pretty much. Could have been worse, I guess. I mean, that really feels like the theme of my life. You know, this thing happened, but hey, it could have been worse. And oftentimes I find myself saying that, hey, you know, this was terrible, but it could have been worse. I've always tried to, I guess, find the half-full scenario, the glass half-full outcome, or the silver lining in the whatever bad thing. Insert travesty here. I've always tried to do that. There's a guy credited for inventing homework? Really? Huh. That guy was a genius! Wow! Why ever... What did we do to ever be blessed by someone like him? God, the man who invented homework. Ugh. Right up there with the invention of the light bulb, I tell you what. Oh, wait. No, it needs to go farther down. Or no. Oh. Shit. These need to go higher. Damn it. I didn't want to have to do that. Okay, so it needs 3. Yeah, okay. Cactus, growth, break off, and then a third block here. So it needs to be here. So these all need to go up here. I'm not used to this pattern. Might take some time to get it down. Anyway, hey Jack, why do I use the left hand instead of the right? Wow, who was it that recommended me make a tutorial, frequently asked questions vid, something like that? Yeah, they're a goddamn genius. I should have made that by now. Look forward to that video, Mr. Fire. I will answer your question in that video. Because, like, Jesus. I've had that question asked of me so many times. I just don't feel like answering it. I used it because I liked it. That's about all I can say. And it's not even, like, bad, just that apparently using your left hand is such a deviation from the norm. People just gotta know. Oh, hey, Thiespo. Welcome. In grade 10, first year high school. Oh, wait. That's not what you're saying. Okay. The number of changes that were made in the U.S. Were, in your opinion, completely unnecessary. Some made sense, but as a result, many of the past 20 years, you don't particularly feel proud of regarding foreign... Oh, yeah, I know. There have been a lot of people who've used this opportunity. There's a political philosophy called Saul Alinskyism that basically states, never let a good crisis go to waste. And the idea is basically that a crisis is a means to further your agenda and not like a genuine, crisis where we all need to come together. No, a crisis is an opportunity to be exploited, according to Saul Alinskyism. And well, yeah, that's how a lot of these people behave. A lot of people in government are of that mindset. And so that's why a lot of the, 9/11 era restrictions went in place. A lot of policy was implemented then. A lot of really wacky shit basically was greenlit for no reason. Pet projects, spying. The amount of spying that is done in America is unreal. Very little is private. And that, the technocracy mentality that has kind of propagated in the last, I want to say 5 to 6 years. Facebook, Twitter, all this stuff being super interconnected, and sort of like how the Chinese have derived that social credit score. Like, that's all sort of come together. Damn it, there is no good way to place any of this. And yeah, it all derives from that similar sort of mindset. And that's why we have a lot of the problems we have today. Will anything ever be done about it? Probably not. We will likely all just have to learn to adapt and, fight the man in any way we can. Because the man loves to know who you are and what you're doing at all times. There's no escaping him. Anyway. Oh, gotta go, Gamu? Okay, take care, man. Thanks for coming out. Everything implemented after 9/11 should be rolled back and add a constitutional amendment to make it so they can never be brought back. That's unfortunately a very sensible position, MH. One that will never, ever see the light of day. That position is sadly too good. I would love for them to roll back most of the 9/11 past stuff, but that is not going to happen. Too much of this nation has been built upon taking advantage of a lot of that, to the point where if they did roll it back, millions and billions of dollars would be almost immediately lost overnight, and the tech giants would feel the squeeze, and the tech giants love this surveillance state because they get to benefit from it. Directly or indirectly, they get to take advantage of it. And so of course you're not going to see this stuff go away because their pockets are being lined by those in power in order to take advantage of and or supply this very information. So don't be surprised if we get a social credit score type thing at some point. It's going to be a travesty, don't get me wrong, but brace yourselves, guys, it's coming. I don't know when, I don't know where, but it'll happen. Too many people love the Chinese style of, what is it, pseudo-democracy? Democracy light? Diet democracy? I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Too many people are in love with that system. And to be fair, if they can make it objective, it would be a good system. That's the irony. It can't be objective because the people pulling the strings are not objective. If it were run by maybe a powerful AI, I mean, it could still have flaws and problems and stuff, so I'm not saying it's foolproof or anything, but it would at least be a step in a better direction than where we currently are headed. But as it stands, no, I don't trust these people in the slightest to run anything, let alone... I don't trust them to run a lemonade stand, let alone the government. They're incompetent. They're malicious. They're biased. They're the last type of person to be running anything. They're partisan as all hell, too. So there's no respite from one side by flocking to the other. So I don't know. I don't know what we'll get. It'll probably be a Frankenstein's monster. Because of... who knows? If I had to guess, it'll be a Frankenstein's monster instead of a competently enforced system that doesn't favor or bias anyone. It'll be Frankenstein's monster. We'll see some measure of unfairness, some measure of fairness, and then a bunch of people who figure out how to abuse the system to their liking. And we'll just have to deal with it for however long we put up with it, until somebody can figure out a way to defeat it. I suspect we have many more generations of this kind of system of governing, which is like pseudo, half-baked, like I said, diet democracy. I have a feeling we're going to have several more generations of that before everybody is universally fed up with it and ready to trash it for something better. So I could be an octogenarian, I could be a nonogenarian, I could be dead, I could be a centagenarian, I could be a what is it? A dodecagenarian? Like, I could be 100, I could be 120, I could be 80, I could be 90, I could be 200. Who the hell knows? I could not live to see it. It's just... it is what it is. You don't have to like it, but there is nowhere to go. There is nowhere better to be. There are no better countries, no systems that are not equally as bafflingly backward, corrupt, abusable, etc. I wish that wasn't the case. Nowhere is perfect, and that's just life. I've learned to give up on perfection and strive to just get the best that I can get. That's the thing, a lot of young people have that idea that they can find or make perfection. But I feel like everybody inevitably at one point or another arrives at the conclusion that perfection is at best an idea that can be pursued but not achieved. And so you learn to accept what you cannot change. And even though it isn't, ideal, it might just end up working out for the best. It's hard to say, really. And there will be bad times, there will be good times, there will be mediocre times. I feel like we're very much in the mediocre times right now. We don't feel good, we don't feel terrible, we just feel kind of, and that's fine for a while, but that's also not a sustainable thing. So who knows? We're all on this ride together. Congress needs to be put the fucking rule out there that any vice president, pastor can never run for president or be picked. Yeah, I would kind of like to shear down on the number of people in Congress who stayed in Congress for long, long periods of time. Make it to where you can't be in Congress beyond 2 or 3 terms. I believe term limits are the phrase. That'd cut out a lot of career politicians. And career politicians are very much the cancer killing the United States. But those very same people are not going to put measures like that in place because, of course, they benefit from it. So why would they put that in place, So I don't know how in the hell you get that sort of thing put into law without it becoming a shit show. But hey, who knows? Maybe something surprising will happen. Miracles have happened before. The American Revolution was not supposed to be won by America. We were very much supposed to win that war. And Britain somehow fumbled it into, what it is today. So, I mean, crazier shit has happened. There are plenty of wars that should have been won by Side A, but were lost by Side A. There are plenty of struggles. Maybe war is a little too strong of a term. I don't mean that fighting is going to break out, just that, you know, getting the law changed is a struggle. I mean, duh, of course it is. But, you know, there are plenty of struggles and encounters that should not have been won by Party B, but were because Side A fumbled it just a little too hard. That sort of thing. So who knows? Miracles can happen. Or rather, the unexpected, I should say. Maybe not a miracle in the most rigid sense. But yeah. Upsets, unexpected events, those are all very real. Okay, that was a struggle, but we got it. Phew. Okay. Now for the underside to catch all the junk. Oh, wait. I needed that, didn't I? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to need some number of these. You know what? While I'm at it, I'm going to get this last lava bucket because it's bothering me. Okay. I got to return down, or I got to return up anyway, so the quickest way up is down. Oh, fuck me. That overwrote that lava entirely. There we go. Going to bed. Okay, take care, Void Shadow. Thanks for coming out, man. We all talk about freedom. Sad truth is that not many people want to be dominated and cheer on those who govern the hardest. Or, yeah, many people want to be dominated. Yeah, that definitely seems to be a very real, very unfortunate circumstance. Some of that domination is learned. You know, the desire to be dominated is not inherent to some people. Some of it, some people are more or less like, how do I put this nicely? They adapt and they desire to be dominated because that's what everybody else is doing. Still don't buy that something because we don't cuss in this house. Set a new American record for the most votes elected. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Mike. Don't think I'm qualified to speak on that. All right. Okay, so that's where I want to be. There we go. Okay, so 2 blocks should be more than enough. Oh, I just killed my own water source. Fuck. Back down I go, I guess. Good thing I've got this dimensional door. Oh, damn it. That's what I get for looking at chat while trying to walk up a staircase. Hey, Leiron, how are you? Yeah, I'm not sure anymore, just because too much has gone right for it to be bad. fuck. Alright, game. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now I don't care about how the underside looks in terms of the patterning. I was alright with the patterning being alternating up on the water side, but yeah, this not so much. You're not going to see this as easily. Alright. Anyway, maybe it's been a while since you researched the topic. Oh, yeah. But you know, a lot of people that never voted previously voted for the first time. Ah, yeah, it's definitely a divisive sort of time where people who don't want to involve themselves feel they have to involve themselves for the first time ever, in some cases. And, you know, fair enough. If you feel like things are going to get bad if you don't involve yourself. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I just suddenly realized I've got to change this to slabs because I don't think the minecart with hopper can pick up through the full block. But we'll see. Oh, no, it can. Okay, never mind. That works. Oh, it just jointed it again. I hate that. Alright, cool. Okay. So now the only thing left to do is to make... Oh shit, fuck. Oh my god, fuck you, game. There we go. I wanted that there. There we go. That way I've got this. Alright, good enough, good enough. Yikes. Fuck. I hate single water. I have the hardest time swimming in single water pools. Minecraft, let me in the fucking hole. Anyway. Peer-to-peer torrent Minecraft client? What? I was wondering how any Minecraft server could go peer-to-peer. That's an odd new one on me. How does that work? I've never heard of that happening. I don't even think that's possible. I don't know, I could be wrong. It could be a very real thing. And I'm just out of the loop. That sounds very, like, not real to me. You'll see each other, not know it. Almost went to Philly one way or back. Oh, okay. Going to Comic Con your area Saturday. Ah. I didn't even know that was close. Oh no, I've got a gap in the middle. Well, actually, we'll just move all this over one block. Yeah, that could work. Okay, that, this. There we go. Bam. Got it. Okay. Now if I'm good, I can get under here. This should be far enough inward to power everything. We'll see. Come on. Yes. Perfect. Guess I don't need this. Okay, so this should scoop everything up that is available to be scooped. Okay, so that goes here. Come on. Come on, game. Let me in. Oh, piss. Fuck shit. Oh, wow. Stuck that landing the first try. I could never do that again. Okay. So now we need it to spit things out. If there are any bits or bobs in here. Perfect. Okay. Oh, I don't have the minecart up. Shit. Yeah, that's kind of the core mechanic. Okay, now... Oh, it picked up Cactus. We got some. Now I just need to hook up the little water item collector thingy, and then that'd be it. We are good. We got 3 pieces of cactus. 4? Hell yeah, bro. Cactus machines finally up and running. God, that took way longer than I expected it to. I thought this would be a simple, straightforward little farm, but God, was I wrong. Wow. Okay, so all of my stuff is down there. Levers, all that goes down there. Now I need glass. Where the fuck did I put my glass? That's not enough glass. I know I had a box full. There we are. That might be enough. I don't know, we'll see. And then I need the blue ice. Still learning where I put all my stuff after I moved everything up here. It's so messy. It's packed. There we go, blue ice. Okay, so blue ice, then I need pressure plates. Hopefully this is enough. I think that's it. School story. I would have to think about a school story. I don't have any right off the top of my head. I am not good for things people are asking me for. When you ask about, you know, this or that out of the blue, like that stuff is a little bit much for me. So if you're asking for a story from my school days, yikes! I don't know. I can't tell you anything off the top of my head, man. Whoops. Go deep slate. I need the deep slate tile. Yeah, that'll work. And the polished. Polished deep slate tile. Or no, polished deep slate walls. That's it. School. I do remember one issue I had with school. Well, I don't think I can reasonably tell that story, though. That is a story that would likely be met with, let's just say it wouldn't be pretty. I'm very happy I'm not in the school system where I used to be. That's all I'll say. It was not very fair to me. And a lot of bad, really like, yikes things happened to me. And not like, they'd be yikes by today's standards, but they weren't that bad at the time. I don't dare give any more info than that. Just that it's long behind me and I don't have to worry about it anymore. It was nothing sexual. Don't, you know, get your head out of the gutters. Nothing like that. But yeah, it was a kind of abuse that nobody should have to suffer. Rather ironic, considering the people who gave it to me. Oh wait, these need to be walls. But yeah, I can't tell any more than that, sorry. Dear God. Fair enough, you're bad at stuff on the spot. Tell me what I did over the weekend was your biggest enemy. God. Well, I mean, I can at least do that one. Most of the time it's just, yeah, I played Minecraft. Or I worked on this or that project or art related something or another. At least I didn't do anything like bad. Oh, I picked up some iron. That was what that was. But yeah, I haven't been in the public school system, college notwithstanding, for a long time. And I've not been in that school system. The one in question that was, you know, bad for me. I haven't been in that one either in a long time. So it's ultimately fine. But let's just say there are a lot of very bad people in the school system. And we'll leave it at that. And unfortunately, those people are probably still in the school system. I doubt very much they've been kicked to the curb like they deserve to be. Especially not when you consider... Well, if you know the place, obviously you can't know the place. I'm not going to tell you guys the place. But, yeah. I would actually not mind if the climate of things was different. I wouldn't mind so much talking about it. But nowadays, talking about that is not something smart. It's the sort of thing that people will not stand, and I would get in trouble. So I ain't going to talk about it anymore. Go swim upstream to Mississippi headwaters? What? What on earth does that mean, Ani? Was that something you've been told? Not quite sure what you were getting at there, man, but whatever. Whew. Looks a little bit jank in some places, but I think it'll be fine. Get some lighting on this. Okay, now... Oh, water. I need a lot of water. So water goes in this way, curves around there, pressure plate, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so pressure plate, and pressure plate there, although actually, damn it. Pressure plate there. Actually, I could just use this, quickly manipulate. There we go, that brings everything up. They used to threaten you with paddles. This has nothing to do with something like that. I mean, I'm not going to say that that's all that terrible, honestly. Many kids need to be paddled these days. It's really a shame. There's no discipline. So yeah, they all kind of make themselves a little monsters. There we go, the pipeline is complete. All right. Right on in and right on up. Oh, baby. I love it when a plan comes together. Now I just need to surround this. Oh, tile wall. That's the wrong kind. Okay, as for up here, I need a shield. And I guess glass is like the best block of choice for that. I probably don't have enough and we'll have to buy more. But that is not the end of the world. Okay. There we go. In fact, in Minnesota, it's required to have hours of classroom behind the wheel instruction for you to get a license. Ah. Let's see. Honestly, if you went to a decent elementary school in terms of learning compared to other places you've heard, but they were horrible at managing the situation. Oh, well, yeah, you've got so many people who will threaten to sue you if you don't, you know, do what they want, basically. There are a lot of those types. People who think they deserve special treatment and their kids deserve special treatment and blah blah blah. Or people who are basically shit at their job and don't deserve to have the job but get in anyway somehow. Yeah. Yeah, there's some of all of that, really. Makes me glad I don't live where I used to live. Oops. Now I'm kind of... I don't want to say where I used to live, honestly. I lived there just long enough to see it go downhill. It was a great place in the early to mid-90s when we moved there, and then the Fire Nation attacked. Oh shit. Well, I'll have to fix that in a minute. I know, Jack, there are better ways to discipline than paddling. Maybe. Maybe. I won't lie. Paddling should be a last resort. Definitely. It's still a fairly good deterrent for younger kids, especially. Maybe not older kids, obviously, but, you know. Just depends. Whoops. Okay. I think... right here's fine. It shouldn't reach all the way over here, but we'll see. At a certain point, you think kicking kids out of school just makes sense. Oh yeah, definitely. Some kids are not conducive to learning of others, and they have to be disciplined, and they've got to be laid down the law, and if there's no risk or no threat, then yeah, no, they won't. The mini conspiracy within your class, the students' parents are funding the teachers. Yeah, it's not too shocking. There are a lot of parents who've got a lot of power, and they will pull it any way they can, and they'll be all too happy to, you know, throw their weight around where they can. Just depends. Force them to get a GED. Well, I don't know about force them to get a GED, but see if they'll mature and grow up a little. Whoops. Like just earlier today, Andrew banned 2 kids we assumed they were kids, from the fan server because they wouldn't stop fucking annoying everybody. And like, yeah, you know, you screw up and like sometimes that's just the end of it. Uh-oh. Yeah. I knew I would get phantoms eventually. Oh, skewer yourselves on the cacti. Damn it, I was trying to eat and I selected the bucket. Yeah, come after me, I dare you. Dumb bitch. I'll no-scope you, bitch. One day you'll be a big player like me. I never get tired of that. That was so fucking funny. We took your permit test the first time. The questions were really hard. Were practice tests they failed. Took the second test, questions were non-trivial and you passed. Ah, okay. Guess make them realize now that the only way to succeed is get a GED. Maybe not forcing them. But as they can live in abject poverty. Oh man. Makes you think you rigged it? That's possible. I think it's just randomized and you got bad RNG the first time and better RNG the second time. That's probably how it goes. You got a mixture of softball questions and like not so softball questions. And then you got much more lenient stuff. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 9. 9 and 9 is 18, plus 7 and 7 is 14. 18 plus 14 is 28, plus 4 is 32. Okay. And I'll fit some stuff on the outside there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wish you couldn't detonate a firework like that if you didn't have a firework star on it. Just so that I wouldn't waste my rockets accidentally. Make this look a little bit cooler. That's something I think a lot of the builds in this are beginning to lack. A lot of the flourish that I'd have in Space Valk 3 as I was building it up. Shit, I can't make it. Oh damn, that didn't go hardly far enough. Okay. Makes you think... Oh yeah, I heard that. Who got banned was Dr. Despacito and Moradin. Yes, it was. Good guess, Sam. They were being assholes. And nobody appreciated it, except them. And, well... I mean... You'd be annoying, you know. We have the right to tell you to buy. Buy on out of here. That, and we're pretty sure they were the ones stealing a lot, too. Oh, so hey, don't be a pain in the dick. And people will want you around. shocking concept, I know. Okay. Gotta return these. And this. Oh man, that took what? Almost an hour and 3/4 to get this one farm up and running. But on the bright side, it's actually worth it. I think. Oh, it fell down onto the thing. I think that other guy was trying to warn me. Dang, the auto cactus farm is real. Yes, it is. Pretty sure there's a chance the items can get stuck on the top. Just make it one block higher. No, I think for some of these, it's gonna have to stay. What I can do, drop down on top. Shit. Okay. So I can take every other row. I can take apart every other row. Because that should still leave enough. You know, I don't need one on every side. Did I have any plan to send this to the furnace array while the auto bamboo farm is used as fuel? Yeah, I will get to that eventually. But for now, I want to be storing it up just so that I have all the cactus I could want. Although I may change it to green dye. We'll see. That is a great idea, Eddie No Chong. I just love watching it scoop up the cactus one bit at a time. Come on, minecart. There we go. Okay, yeah, that works. This is all for cyan terracotta, in case you were... Fuck. In case you were wondering. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Not again. Has Pop-Up joined my server? No. I doubt he ever will, because Pop-Up doesn't care. And why should he, you know? If Minecraft's not his thing, and I hope it isn't, then, yeah, I imagine he's gone from the face of the internet. No, I'm just kidding. He probably just hangs out in other circles, runs in other places, trolls other games. Who the fuck knows? But I don't care, because I don't gotta deal with him. And if he did join, I'd probably just end up banning him sooner or later anyway. So it's whatever. The only one that kind of misses the old glass texture, not a replacement as an alternative. Maybe. I can't say I like the old texture, but it is nostalgic, if nothing else. Link's Pokemon Top Hat plays Bedrock, also doesn't play anymore. Yeah, he's had to focus on school, Which is an understandable fix to be in. Because most people are, you know, of the, oh, I've got to study, oh, I've got to study, oh, I've got to do this, oh, I've got to do that. And life just doesn't permit, you know, the typical stuff. Summer is over, guys. That's just how it is. I mean, I feel bad for y'all, but it is what it is. If I'm a good guy, join the server. If he's a good guy, I don't give a shit. If he will play nice, then fine, but I doubt he can. Pop Bob is a lot like Despacito and Dr. Moradin. Or no, sorry, Dr. Despacito and Moradin. How there's this uncontrollable urge to troll and to fuck with people, and like, you know, you can take that shit elsewhere, man. You don't have to be here. Oh, shit. Oh, I hope I didn't make this too low. Okay. Good enough. All right. Phew-wee, was that annoying. Okay, so we've still got stuff sticking over here. Maybe I can put... Because see, I know it came from these cacti. So it pops off here and has just enough distance to make it over here. I think the solution for that one is to just get... Oh, where'd I put it? Here it is. And then I put a line of slabs underneath. That might be enough to prevent any wayward momentum. We'll see. Ow. Invite Jared. Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't mention the fan server to Jared. Oh shit. I should have done that. Yeah, I guess he's gone. I don't know. I stopped seeing him fairly early on through stream. I noticed he has a different YouTube name than when I last saw. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 times 4 is 28, which is 14 exactly. Hey. So who knows? Maybe Jared will come back at some point. I know he doesn't like regularly attend, but he's come around every once in a while. We'll see. Did the stream get super cringe? No, it didn't. He was actually pretty nice. He mentioned, I forget how Talo came up, but he mentioned that Talo had bipolar. And I was like, ah, yeah, that actually does explain a lot about Talo. It explains a lot of his behavior. Talo was so up and down on 2B2T. And that would explain why Talo was so up and down a lot of the time. He was fine one day and not so fine the next. And the answer was, yeah, bipolar will do that to people. So, like, I get that. Oh, fuck. I didn't mean to jump. Oh, well. I'll get back up this way. Howdy, Mr. Creeper. Oh, fuck. Well, that didn't... Damn, that took forever for him to fall. Oh, and he only gave 1 gunpowder. Man, flying up these walls are going to be a pain when it's all finished. LARP or IRL personal? No, he was legitimately personal, bipolar. The problem was, Talo was untrustworthy in a lot of things. He was very, like, shifty. And a lot of that, I imagine, was because sometimes he would just not know how to act. He wasn't, like, trustworthy because one day he would value, you know, being a good base mate. And the next day it would, you know, everything would go boom. And that was entirely because that's how Talo was. That's the kind of person he was. Oh, and it also was mentioned that X0XP and Talo both had coordinates to Space Valk 1. So there was no avoiding, because of the tell at A exploit, there was no avoiding Space Valk 1 being briefed. That was the basic idea. And you know, I accept that. Annoying as it was, I accept that. At least it wasn't like... I mean, oh, and Pop Bob had gotten them too, that's another thing. So it's not as though there was any avoiding the inevitable, the destruction. But I do feel like, to a degree, if I had known, I could have avoided all that trouble by simply telling Pyro to not AFK at Space Valk 1. If there had been any way to know about that sort of an exploit ahead of time. But sadly, I don't think there was. Deep Slate, yeah. Man, it would have been nice. That would have been really nice to have had that kind of insight or insider advanced information. You know, this big bad exploit's coming out soon. Don't be at your base, log out, don't AFK at my base, etc. That would have been really, really awesome to know ahead of time. But sadly, such is life in the zone. Okay, well, at any rate, I've got me some terracotta to lay. I've got way, 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 way more to make up. But it's going to be pretty cool, I think. Oh, and I've also got some AFKing at my Sea Lantern farm, the Ocean Monument. In fact, I'm going to do that while I go take a nice, refreshing hot bath. Oh, that's right. I never rebuilt my nether portal. I don't have a nether portal. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, that's easily fixed. I had some obsidian around. Was it 12 pieces? A little 3x3 nether portal. I'm going to go park my ass at my Guardian farm. Oh, I'm missing a piece. I think that's because I put it up. Well, at least Jared isn't hostile. Yeah, he's not hostile to me anymore. He hasn't had a reason to be hostile to me in years. Pretty much ever since the Russia War kicked into full gear. From that day onward, that was pretty much the end of any hostility. I mean, it gradually ebbed away. It didn't go away overnight. But it was a gradual change, you know? Our priorities shifted. Our lives changed. Like, he even grew up. Shocking though that may be. And well, that is how it is. Give me your fucking gunpowder. Damn it. Give me your fucking gunpowder. Ah, I missed. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Ah, fuck. Oh well. I tried. Why did Pyro AFK at Space Valk 1? Ah, yes, good question. So, at that time, there was a very new feature that had been added to Minecraft. Something that you all would not associate with early 2015. But, what's an important feature that was added to Minecraft? And it's a metagaming type feature. It's not an actual... It's not in the patch notes. You will not find it in the patch notes, but it came out in February of 2015. If you answered name changing, and you'd be right, that's what changed in 1.8, in early 1.8. The ability to change one's name. And so Pyro, clever bastard that he is, he got an AFK script going, and he would spam people's name-changed names. So when you joined the server, it would say, hello, player name, and then out to the side of player name, so it would have in parentheses all the previous names that you'd had, with a little, I think, commas behind them. Something like that. And there was no hiding. If you were changing your name back then to, well, to hide, it wasn't going to work, because Pyro's bot would say, oh, you were so-and-so. And so there were like 2 separate efforts that Jared and a few other people would make on occasion, because the name change feature was brand new. They made this vague attempt at trying to turn over a new leaf and get a new reputation, because their reputation was scarred for one reason or another. And Pyro AFK'd overnight at Space Valk 1 because I was building Space Valk 1, and it was really cool and everybody loved it. Those are the people in my friend group that knew about it. Everybody loved it. Everybody wanted to be there. And so he just decided to run his little AFK bot there without me knowing. And he was like, yeah, I AFK'd here. You know, what about it? I didn't think anything bad could happen, simply because we didn't know Tal at A was going to be a problem. Come to think of it, Tal at A, and then X equals 4,000, Y equals 67, Z equals negative 600. Okay? And then you put your message. Selector not allowed. So, if you don't have op, you can't use at A. And back then, you could. And so you would specify a coordinate range, and through trigonometry, you would whittle down the locations where a player could be. So you would specify 1,000,000 by 1,000,000 blocks. And so everybody in 1,000,000 by 1,000,000 blocks would get that message. Which meant all you had to do was narrow it down from, say, 1,000,000 by 1,000,000 to 100,000 by 100,000. Or 5,000 by 5,000. And you could just shrink and shrink and shrink down the area of selection, and within like 3 messages you could tell where someone was. And so that's how they found out where Pyro was. Well, obviously, you know, Space Valk was only at 402k or something like that. And so, of course, you would only need to go check roughly around 402k in all dimensions. Check the Nether Highway, that wasn't hard. Check in the Overworld, that wasn't hard. Well, we know because we have a definitive ping that Pyrobyte is AFK, greeting people all night at 400x, 2000z. We can easily check the Overworld and Nethers. Those come up nada. He's not there. So by default, he has to be in the end. And there you go. All you'd need to do is bridge out, see Space Valk 3, or Space Valk 1 rather, on the horizon, because it would look misty in the dark of the end, and bada bing, you would have an exact location, and you would find an amazing base like that. Screenshot, so some otherwise cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Most seemingly intelligent, well-spoken. No, I'm not. Not by a long shot. Screenshots of Pyro's bot post before that? No, I didn't. He did it while I was asleep, so I didn't see him. Wasn't the only reason that Jared hated me because of the nerds. No, Jared hated me independent of the nerds. But, like, it wasn't too shocking that he would come to hate me because I was against the dumb bullshit he was doing. I didn't like that he was making a mess of his reputation. And I told him, like, nobody wants you here because you're being, you know, this way, and this way. Like, don't be that way. And he would just never... He wouldn't listen. He was too young. He was too reckless. And eventually he came to regret that. But, I don't know. He's older and more mature now. And I'm shocked. I really am. But, such is life. We can't go back and change the past. We've got to press forward and live our lives in the present. So yeah, y'all, thank y'all so much for coming out and enjoying what little entertainment I provide. Oh wow, everything lightens up when I'm down here. That's so cool. So yeah, I will catch you all next time for, let's see here, Saturday, fan server day. Ooh, yeah, I will catch you all Saturday for the fan server. Thank you all so much for coming out and watching. Thank you all so much for giving me a moment of your time. And thank you so much to Poncho Hamster for donating, and everybody else, thank you all so much for just giving me a little bit of love, however much you decide to give. And I will catch you all next time. Make sure to follow me on all the socials, Twitter, subscribe on here on YouTube, and follow me. Join our Discord. We got that too. And I will catch you all next time. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy tomorrow. I forgot about that. Yeah, it's Thursday. It's not Friday. So yeah, Final Fantasy 4 remake, or 3D remake for the After Years. That's tomorrow as well. And I will be premiering the next Jack Tours. I forgot about that. And yeah, there's a little bit of something for everybody. Y'all have a good one. Night.